and welcome to the Brian Fagan YouTube channel. I'm Summer, and today we'll be doing a deep dive into disability cases in child support under Texas law. Child support cases can be complex, but when disability is involved, whether it's the child or one of the parents, it adds a unique layer of challenges. Today we'll break down how disability affects child support calculations, the legal obligations of parents, and what factors courts consider when ruling on these cases. First, let's quickly review how child support works in Texas. In most cases, child support is determined using a formula based on the paying parent's income, minus certain deductions, and the number of children needing support. Texas law provides clear guidelines for the percentage of income that should be allocated for child support based on how many children are involved. But things become more complicated when disability enters the picture, whether it's the disability of a parent or a child. Let's start by talking about cases where the paying parent has a disability. In Texas, if a parent becomes disabled and their earning capacity is reduced, the court can adjust the child support obligations. If the disabled parent receives Social Security Disability, SSD, or Supplemental Security Income, SSI, the court will consider this when determining the amount of child support. Now, let's move on to how child support is affected when the child has a disability. In Texas, child support generally ends when a child turns 18 or graduates from high school, whichever one comes later. But if a child has a disability, support could continue indefinitely. The Texas Family Code provides that child support can extend beyond the age of 18 if the child has a physical or mental disability that requires continued care and supervision. The court will take several factors into account when determining how long child support should be paid, including the severity of the disability, the financial needs of the child, and the ability of the parents to provide care. In cases involving a disabled child, it's not uncommon for the court to require the creation of a special needs trust to ensure that the child receives necessary care without jeopardizing their eligibility for government assistance. To help illustrate these points, let's look at a real-life scenario. Imagine a father, David, who has 2 children and is obligated to pay child support. After suffering a severe injury at work, David is no longer able to maintain his job. He begins receiving SSD, which includes benefits for his children. David petitions the court for a modification of his child support, and the judge agrees to adjust his payments to reflect the SSD benefits his children are now receiving. In this case, because the children are receiving direct payments from the Social Security Administration, David's out-of-pocket child support payments are reduced. Now, let's look at the reverse situation. Let's say one of David's children has developed a disability that requires lifelong care. Although child support would normally end when the child turns 18, the court rules that David must continue to pay child support indefinitely to cover the child's ongoing needs. In this case, the child's disability extends the support obligation beyond the typical time frame. One important point to keep in mind is that if you are a disabled parent who can no longer meet your child support obligations, you need to act quickly. Texas courts do not retroactively modify child support orders, so you need to file a petition for your modification as soon as your circumstances change. Similarly, if you are the parent of a disabled child who requires extended support, it's essential to seek a modification before the child turns 18 or graduates high school. Enforcement is another consideration. If a parent fails to pay child support, the custodial parent can pursue enforcement actions through the court, even in cases involving a disabled parent. Non-payment could result in wage garnishment, liens, and even jail time, depending on the circumstances. In conclusion, disability cases in child support present unique challenges, but with the right legal guidance, parents can navigate these complexities. Whether it's the parent or the child who has a disability, Texas law provides specific provisions to ensure that support obligations are met in a fair and just manner. Thank you for watching today's deep dive into disability cases in child support on the Brian Fagan YouTube channel. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more insights into Texas family law. Until next time, take care and stay informed.
Thanks so much for watching our video. We hope you found it helpful and enjoyable. If you liked what you saw, please give us a thumbs up. Got any questions or thoughts? Drop a comment below. And if you know someone who could benefit from this video, don't hesitate to share it with them. For more awesome resources, check out the description below. Take care. We'll see you in the next video.